got to keep repeating this. Because I'm not going to tell you when you take the test or quiz. How would you know by looking at the stuff I give you that it's case 1? John?
2 angles on the side.
2 angles on the side. That's case 1. Law of signs, set up your proportions, get your answers. Case 2, look at the study sheet now. Given 2 sides and an angle opposite one of the sides. Now, I started this last Thursday and I did part 2. Okay, now, you want to look at that example at the bottom, example 1. Why was that no triangle? Now, I already did this, but I want you to tell me. You should have it. It should be right at the bottom of the paper there. You see how the angle A was obtuse? Why was that a no triangle problem? And you would, on a test, you would have to just say, no triangle, but you got to give the reason. Rob.
Because the side wasn't long enough.
Now, you have to, what sides?
Side A was short.
No, don't say side A. Give it in terms of opposite and adjacent.
The opposite was less than adjacent.
Correct. See the study sheet there? The opposite is smaller than the adjacent. It ain't long enough to draw. So on a test, you just say no triangle because opposite is less than adjacent. We did example 2. Why was that 1 triangle? Just tell me why. We did it. You should have it there right in your paper. But why was example 2 a 1 triangle problem? Adam.
Because the opposite is greater than the adjacent.
Right. The opposite there was side B. It's bigger than the adjacent. All right. Here we go. In your notebook, write this down. Now look at your study sheet. This is part 1 of KIT. All right, no, I need to ask you this first. If this is on a test, how would you know it's case 2? You guys, you need to know this. Because you can't, when you're taking a test, if you don't know what case you got, you're going to have no clue what the hell you're doing. Max.
2 sides and an angle? Or?
Now you have to say more than that. Look at your study sheet if you have to. You have to say this the way it was written. Say that again?
With the opposite angle?
2 sides and an angle opposite one of those sides. Okay, so angle B is, side B is obviously opposite angle B. Now, are you looking at the handout? Part 1. Given angle acute, which it is, less than 90. Look what it says. How does the opposite compare to the adjacent? I just need one of you to answer that first. Now, fellas, you would have to understand. Look at this. That's the opposite side, right? You got to know which one is which. Opposite is opposite the angle. Now, how does opposite compare to adjacent? Look at the handout. It's on the study sheet. Howard.
It's less than?
And what does it say on your handout if the opposite is less than the adjacent? Just what does it say? Dave?
0 or 2 triangles exist.
0 triangles exist or 2 triangles exist. Now this is what I want to show you today. You're not going to have a lot of problems, but I just need, and then I'm going to do way more with this tomorrow. Now, if I said to you, set up a proportion using your law of sines like we've been doing, how about somebody give me what the proportion would be with these givens? In your notebook, I want you to write this down. Now, come on, you should be getting good at this law of sines. Remember, A over sine of A equals B over sine of B equals C over sine of C. You use the 2 depending on what you're given. Ethan.
8.94 over the side of 55.67.
Now write this in your notebook. Watch what's going to happen here. And that has to equal what, Ethan?
25.1 over the side of big A.
Sine of uppercase A. That's right. Now, watch this. All right, get your calculators out. Now, watch what's going to happen here. All right, look. This times this divided by that is what's going to go there, right? I would like you to do that. This times this divided by this is going to be this decimal. So I would like somebody to give me what that is, 4-digit decimal. This times this divided by that is going to be what sine of A equals. Don't put just A equals. This is the missing part, is sine of A. What's it say? What's the 4-digit decimal? Go ahead.
2.3185.
Honors class, everybody. Somebody talk to me. Somebody needs to tell me something that you guys know. Look at that very carefully. It says the sine of a certain angle equals that. Lutz?
There's no triangle because it's out of its range.
A number of you forgot that. Do you understand what he said? Anytime you have the sine of an angle, where do all the answers always have to be? This is something I've given you. Where do all the answers always have to be for the sine of any angle? Joe?
1 and negative 1.
Between 1 and negative 1, right? Remember the sine graph? It oscillated between 1 and negative 1. So, because of this, you would simply say no. Right. Now, on a test, that'd be kind of an easy problem. But listen to me. You see what I have written here? This would have to be written on your test. But once you got to this point, you would know, wait a minute, you can't. Let's say you forgot that. Go ahead on your calculator and try to take the inverse sine of that decimal. Even if it went over your head, it should register if you tried to enter it. If you tried to enter the inverse sine of 2.3185, what happened? Ethan?
It's error.
It says error, because it can't do it. So that would be tip you off even if you forgot about that. So that'd be kind of an easy problem on a test. Now, here we go. Write this down because I'm going to take this very slowly. This is going to be a little bit more involved. Well, actually, this is going to be a lot more involved. Write this down. How does the opposite compare to the adjacent? First, how does the opposite compare to the adjacent with those givens? Dave?
Smaller.
So again, if you look on your study sheet, when the opposite is less than the adjacent, it says 0 or 2 triangles exist. Now, when you do these problems, look what it says if opposite is greater than the adjacent. Well, you're just going to have one triangle, you use your law of sines just like you've been doing. So that's the same as it's been. Now, now I'm going to start drawing this figure. Make it a little bit bigger, because things are going to happen. Right? Make your figure a little bit bigger. We're going to call this capital A. Capital B, call this capital C. Okay, angle A, 55.3 degrees. Side A, 22.8, opposite angle A, 20 to